afternoon, good morning, good evening to the Ibüümerang family all over the world. I'm not sure where everybody's calling in from, but I can simply tell you this call is spanning all around the world as we speak. This is our basic training flight school series that we have here. And I'm your featured diamond ambassador here that's going to be sharing with you all here today. So I am fired up and excited. It truly is an honor. It truly is a privilege to be on the line with you all today to talk about the things that I'm going to share with you here on this particular call. Now, we know that we kicked this off just on yesterday, and our GMA absolutely lit it up, and he talked about the value of creating your list. So if you had a chance to watch that, then hopefully you already have gotten your list put together. You've already sorted your list. You've already graded your list and things of that nature, because it was a powerful call. Right now, we are after this thing, and it all starts with that list. Even prior to that call, if you were on flight school training on Saturday, Mr. Holton and Buggs, the CEO of the company, talked about really, the mindset, what kind of mindset that you have to have. And so my goal here today is to kind of tie it all together, okay? But before we get into the topic of discussion here today, I want you to grab yourself a notepad, grab yourself a pen, tape record this, show me some love, okay? Show me that you're excited to be on this line right now, that you're ready to get the goods, to go out here and champion the cause for you to become financially free. Now, speaking of that, let me kind of go right into the slides here so that I want to share something with you that's going to be very important. Okay, I think I'm sharing my screen. There we go. So here it is. I want to share with you here. Let me go ahead and click view. We'll go full screen. So we already know that we're on the flight school, the basic training series that we're putting out so that you all will be able to have 150% of your people move through, our system with massive amounts of success right now. But I'm going to talk about really, how to do this. And I'm going to say some things such as, this is how you can make a lot of money. Okay, but that does not mean that you're going to make money just from what I'm saying. Okay, you have to go out and do the activity. Okay, the activity is what brings the compensation. Okay, so here it is. Yes, you can take a screenshot of this. Yes, I'm going to talk about ways to make you some money. But again, your sweat equity, whatever it is that you put into this opportunity, using, the topics of discussion that we're going to share on our basic training series. If you use this, ladies and gentlemen, yes, you will make money. Question is, how much? But you get to determine that. Okay, you get to determine that. So as I said earlier, Mr. Holton Buggs talked about the mindset. Mr. Edwin Haynes talked about the value of creating a list. Today, I want to talk to you all about inviting. Now, many of you all know that I've been involved in this industry for a very long time, 25 years, February last month, okay? And I simply love this industry because I was taught this right here many years ago. And I do it all the time and teach it all the time. So here's what I want you to write in your notes here today. First of all, I want you to learn it. Second of all, I want you to do it. And third of all, I want you to teach it. Okay? Anything that you hear on these calls, these basic training segments, again, I want you to learn it. I want you to do it. And I want you to teach it. Here's the deal. You can't teach what you haven't done, and you can't do what you haven't learned. So learn it, do it, and teach it. Here's why. Because there's money in the teaching. There's money in the teaching. So you want to go out here, learn it, do it, and be able to become the perfect example and create the results now so that you can teach it to other people. So when we talk about the inviting process, most people invite wrong, or they don't invite at all. Why? Because they get scared. They feel like, their telephone is like a 3,000-pound gorilla. Matter of fact, you all can type in the chat box if you feel nervous and scared when it comes to inviting. Be honest, tell the truth, because I'm going to help you all here today. Okay? I got the chat going. I love this honesty. I love the transparency here. Okay? Because that's the start of it all. Guess what? We all started the same exact way. None of us were born, being able to professionally do this and have success right away. I mean, I'm talking about from the top of this company to the newest person in the company, we all started exactly the same way. But here it is. Repetition is the mother of success. Repetition is the mother of skill. If you keep doing it long enough and wrong enough, you're going to get it right. And you'll go from a person that has become bad, that will become good, that will become great, that will become legendary. So here it is, own where you are, but let's get you to be better. Let's get you to be more successful. So here it is, understand that this is where the money's made. Matter of fact, I'm going to say this, and you can write this down in your paper here today. All the money is made from inviting. All the money in this business is made from inviting. But I'm also going to say this right here. All the money is also lost when it comes to not inviting. This is the one part that you'll see when people tell you, well, I wasn't successful in network marketing, or I didn't make any money in network marketing. It's because of this right here. They never were taught how to invite, or they never did the invite. But if you see folks, like our diamonds out here, Jackie Pittman's, or Johnny Wimbrey, or when you see, Peter Hirsch, guess what? Professional inviters. Professional inviters. They've done it long enough. They've done it wrong enough. You just didn't see when they failed at it, and now you see the end results of them how they kept going. So again, all the money is made and all the money's lost. You're in this business to make money, so let's get you prepared to make a lot of it by mastering the invite process. So here it is. What you have to understand is all about how you package this. It's all about how you sell the sizzle, so to speak, okay? I always teach, to people, when you're in this business, your job is to peak and pass, peak and pass, peak and pass. Your job is not to be the deal. We have presenters that can do that. We have third-party material that can do that. So you just want to be the one that piques the interest and pass it on to the next exposure. You want to be the one that creates the value, that creates the package around this great opportunity. So you have to know what it is that you have in the palm of your hand. You have to know that, guess what? Nobody right now that you know of has this information. So you have the golden ticket. You have the golden nugget. You've got that goose that laid the golden egg. So you want to make sure that you create the value. I'm going to talk about that here in a moment, that you create the value, that this is the biggest and best thing or opportunity on planet Earth. So you have to know. You have to feel that. You have to portray that. You have to sell that. So it's all about in your packaging. I'm going to talk about posture. It's all about that. So what I want you to understand, though, let's be real, this is where most people break down, okay? So you have to change your mindset. You can't have a poor mindset or a doubt mindset or a fear mindset and think that you're going to win. You have to flip the switch. You have to have a wealth mindset. You have to have a success mindset. You have to have an abundance mindset in order for you to win. So understand the reason for inviting. I'll tell you that here in a moment, but here it is. If you invite someone, most people think that when you invite someone, you're trying to sell them. No, we're not trying to sell them. Okay, we're not trying to sell them at all. The number one objective to inviting, ladies and gentlemen, is to get a decision. I want you to write that in your notes here today. The number one objective to inviting is just to get a decision, to move them to the next exposure. Now, I'm not going to train today on the exposure process, like going through the baseball diamond, right? I'm not going to train on that, but what I will train on is the number one objective is just to get a decision. So how are you packaging it? How much value are you placing on your business? How much value are you placing in you? Okay? You can't think of yourself as the same old you. You can't think of this opportunity as just another opportunity. You have to walk around with posture that I'm going to talk about here in a moment. But understand that when you're making that invitation, and you're inviting that one person, don't think that you're just inviting that one person. Why? Because here's the deal. That one person knows more people that you don't know. They know more people that you don't know. They have a sphere of influence that you and I don't have. So you can tap into someone else's database if you make the proper invite. So here it is, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. What if that one person that you invited turns you on to 20 people in 30 days? And then those 20 people turns you on to 20 more people the next 30 days. And now you already have 400 people that just joined your business. How excited would you be about that? So you have to understand, all you did was invite one, but it led to hundreds. But understand that you may have had to invite more people in the process in order for you to get the progress. I call it a numbers game. I call it the law of large numbers. I call it the law of averages. So when you get the law of large numbers working on your side, or when you get the law of averages working on your side, that's how you're going to be successful. But you've got to play a mind game on yourself. First of all, you have to dream big. So if you dream big, you can act big, and then you'll get big. If you dream big, now you can do the activity that's going to allow you to get big. So here it is, based on what I'm sharing with you here today, this is what I had to do. This is what several people had to do. You have to play mind games on yourself based on how big your dreams are, based on, what motivates you, based on your why. You heard Mr. Haynes talk about your why. Your why's got to be big. Your why's got to make you cry. Your why's got to bring tears to your eyes. Your why's got to make you run through brick walls in order to get to where it is you want. All of that has to change inside of you. And here's why. If you want to be successful, successful people live outside of their comfort zone. Number one. Successful people play where the action is at. Number two. Successful people do what unsuccessful people aren't willing to do. So do you want to be successful? Okay. If you want to be successful, you got to get outside your comfort zone. They say your comfort zone is your broke zone. Everything you have right now that you have is in your comfort zone. You have it because it was easy to get. But everything you really want and that you really dream about is outside of that comfort zone. It is a reach away. You have to step out of that zone that you're in and go towards that success or go towards that dream that you want to have. So successful people put themselves in condition that allow them to win. Successful people have a successful mindset or a wealth mentality. So here it is. Like I said, you may have to play games with yourself. Okay, think about it from this standpoint. What if Mr. Buggs, the CEO of our company, the GOAT in the industry, the Bill Gates of the industry, okay, the Warren Buffetts of the industry, what if Mr. Holton Buggs said, you know what? For every person that you put on your list, I'll give you $100 just for putting them on your list. Name a number, name a number, name a number, name a number. How many people would you have on your list? Would you have 10? Would you have 100? Would you have 1,000? Just for putting them on your list. Mr. Haynes talked about the value of the list, about creating the list and grading the list. How many people would you have on the list? You probably have a whole bunch of them if you knew that you were going to get paid $100. Let's take it another level. Let's say Mr. Buzz came back and said, okay, here's the deal. I'm going to take it up a notch for you. What if everybody you called on your list and invited them, what if I gave you $1,000 each? How many people would you invite? Type in the chat box. I want to see some answers. Type in the chat box. I want to see how many people would you invite if you got $1,000 for every person that you invited, irregardless of what they said. Mr. Buggs just said, just invite them. Don't care if they say yes. Don't care if they can't. Don't care if they say no. Just invite. Right? Here's the problem with that. Yeah, you're probably saying, I'll invite everybody. I'll invite hundreds. I'll invite thousands, right? Well, here's the deal. You would do that because that's a guarantee. Right? Because Mr. Buggs gave you a guarantee, $100 for every person that you put on the list, $1,000 for everybody that you invited, whether they say yes or no, that's a guarantee. Let me tell you the disaster with guarantees. Guarantees is the language of the broke. Guarantees is the language of the poor. You don't want to operate your business or your life on guarantees. So here's what you do in the inviting process. Play that game with yourself anyway. Put down that list. Contact everybody on that list. And in the back of your mind, say to yourself, I'm getting $1,000. I'm getting $1,000. Matter of fact, you know what? Even if you have to, I don't care what kind of games, do something to get you pumped up and motivated about it, contacting and inviting. Matter of fact, guess what? Here's your phone. Tape on the back of your phone, if you have to, a $100 bill. So that way, when you're on the phone and you're touching that phone, you feel that $100 bill or you feel that $1,000 bill in the palm of your hands every time you make a phone call. Matter of fact, nowadays, they got these different, whatever you call them, these little cases that have money on them. Go get you a case and put money on it. So every time you look at this 3,000-pound gorilla, you see money. See, Mr. Buggs says this is your freedom tool. I call it a cash machine. You can call whatever you want. I see money. Matter of fact, write this down in your paper. There's money in the phone. There is money in the phone. Give me that money, baby. Give me the money. There's money in the phone. You got to play mental games on yourself. Matter of fact, make your screenshot if you have to. Make your screenshot money. Whatever it's going to take to get you motivated, to get you excited, to get you to think wealth, to get you to think abundance, to get you to change the mindset on how to really go out here and make it happen. That's what you got to do. This is the first process of starting the invite. Your mindset is everything. Your mindset is everything. Let's talk about the next thing here. Okay. Let's talk about posture. Posture's everything. Posture's everything. So when you're about to get on the phone and start making the invite calls, you have to have posture. You have to be just like this. You got to be on the inside mentally. You have to be fit. You have to be firm. You have to be strong. And you have to know where you're going. You have to know, guess what? I am about to get decisions. That's all you really want. Matter of fact, write this in your notes too. Your new job description here, you're not a TSA. You're not a travel savings ambassador. You are a professional decision collector. Write that down in your paper. I am a professional decision collector. I get paid to collect decisions. That's all you are. So when you can start to think like that, now you can start to act through the process so that you can start to get the results that you so desire and that you so want. So from a posture standpoint, let's talk about how to build that posture. First of all, you've got to right now set a time up of when you're going to make phone calls. I call it the IPAs, the income producing activities. Making phone calls is one of them. So what time are you going to be able to make phone calls? Do you make calls in the morning? Do you make calls in the afternoon? Do you make calls in the evenings? Guess what, folks? I make calls every day, all day. And you should too. It doesn't matter if it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Doesn't matter if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock at night. It doesn't matter. You know why? Don't think about you. Don't think about them. There's somebody that's sitting on their couch right now trying to figure out how they're going to pay their bills. We're in a crisis right now. There's more people right now at home than ever. There's more people right now that recognize, you know what, I need a plan B. I need a home-based business right now. I need one. Somebody call me. So what if you're thinking that that person is going to get mad if you call them late at night and they're wishing that somebody called them late at night? So here it is, you get paid for the exposure, not the result. You get paid for the exposure. You get paid for the invite. Pick up the phone. Yes, I know it's 1,000 pounds, 2,000 pounds, 3,000 pounds. But guess what? If this is the phone, the more I do this, guess what? You see that guy standing behind that girl? My muscles get big. My muscles get big. You know why my muscles get big? Because I'm going through the resistance. And in order for you to have success, you've got to go through the resistance. An airplane does not get off the ground if it doesn't go through resistance. So you have to go through that resistance. Make those phone calls. Call anytime. So when it comes to posture, it all is based on how you see yourself. Do you see yourself as that little bitty pretty kitty? Or do you see yourself as that fearless lion? How do you see yourself when you look in the mirror? I'm sure all you've seen that photo on Facebook and social media, that little kitty looking at themselves in the mirror, and guess what? In that mirror is this fearless lion. That's how you have to see yourself. This is going to give you the attitude. This is going to give you the posture that you need to become successful in the business. So set that time, number one, when it pertains to posture. Set that time that you're going to make phone calls, okay? Matter of fact, chart it out in your calculator, okay? Chart it out in your calculator or your monthly achiever or your calendar. I call it a calculator. Set that time in there when you're going to be doing that IPA, that income producing activity of inviting. Second thing that you got to do is put yourself in an environment where you cannot be distracted. Some of you all right now are at home, your whole family's there. It's probably wild, it's probably crazy, right? You may have to go inside your office. You may have to go inside the bathroom. You may have to go inside the basement. You may have to go somewhere where you have no distractions. The kids can't come in right? The parakeet can't be chirping and talking in the background, right? The dogs can't be barking, right? Put yourself in an environment where you cannot be distracted. Number two. Number three, once you decide that time, you've got to get your family together. Like I had to do. My son's 17 years old. So I laugh at this now, but guess what? You've got to get your family together and say, hey, listen, this is the time where I cannot be disturbed. Okay, this is the time I'm making phone calls, I'm making some invite calls, you know, I'll be with you in the next hour, or we'll do something fun over the weekend, whatever you have to do. I call it having a reward for your family, whether it's your kids, whether it's your spouse, so that you have nobody that disturbs you and distracts you, right? I can remember the days when I first got started, you know, in the business. You know, when I had my son, you know, he was 2, 3 years old, 4 years old, and I used to, you know, kind of box with him and beat him up all the time. And, you know, my door's closed, you know, in my office, and he just busts in the door and he wants to fight. And I'm in the middle of a phone call, right? And the prospect's like, what's that? Total distraction. Total distraction. So again, you've got to make sure that that doesn't happen to you. Of course, you know, I had to do a kind of a little fun thing with him and let him know, hey, Pops, Dad's going to be with you, you know, in an hour, and I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to crack you in your big head, you know, something fun. I'll take you out to get some ice cream. I'll take you to the movies. You know, we'll go do something fun. We'll play in the park. You know, I had to do that kind of thing with him. Now, you know, guess what? And, you know, he knows when I'm on the phone, I have to be disturbed, right? Because I'm laser focused. Laser focused. I got my blinders on like that horse that's trying to run in the Kentucky Derby and win that $1 million. I'm laser focused. So now, guess what? I can't be distracted. I can't be distracted. So get yourself, the fourth thing I put in here is get yourself in an environment where you get your blood level up. You get your excitement level up, because when you get on the phone, ladies and gentlemen, you can't get on this phone being passive. You can't get on the phone being, you know, nonchalant. You got to be pumped up. You got to be excited. Now, you can't be overly excited, okay? Don't be overly hyped, but get your blood up, okay? Get your blood level up. You know, before I get on the call, I do jumping jacks. I'll do push-ups, right? Just to get pumped up. I'll do some shadow boxing, right? Do whatever you can to get your energy level up and get your blood level up. Number 5, that's what that is. Do something that gets that blood level up, okay? Another great thing that in your office or wherever it is that you're making your phone call, one great thing is to remind your mind, remind yourself what it is that you're going for. Put your dreams up all around your office. Put your goals up all around the office. That's always great. So that when you're making those phone calls, you can see what's going on all around you, right? As a reminder, this is what I'm going for. This is what I'm striving for. So put your goals and your dreams up all around you. Put affirmations all around you. If you got affirmations or incantations or whatever you want to call them, put those up around you as a reminder, okay? Put those up. That's number 6. Put those positive affirmations up, okay? Number 7, put those dreams up, right? Number 8, put those pictures up, right, of your heroes, your diamonds. Jose Rivas. If that's your upline diamond and you want to be like him, put your hero up. Edwin Haynes, Sam Bean, right? Put those heroes up around you, right? Cesar Munoz, put those heroes up. Jonathan Green, Spencer Iverson, put those heroes up. Jayla Pipkins, right? Put those heroes up. Put them all around you. Peter Hirsch, right? Put all of those people up. Daniel Camaro and Talita Camaro, put them up all around you. And put little things on your pictures, because I know you got pictures of them, right? Print them off, right? Put those things up and put things that they would say to you to motivate you. You're the next diamond. You're the next diamond. Write that out, and write that out there. Put it in a little circle. Put a little conversation piece. You're the next diamond. Right in that little circle of whoever that diamond is. And it doesn't necessarily have to be your upline. It's just something that inspires you. If you're a female and you like a female diamond, or if you're a male and he resonates with you, put them up. Right in, oh, this is a cash machine. Write that in the cloud, right? Isn't that powerful, right? Write that in there. Write whatever you feel like they would say to you that would motivate you to be able to pick up the phone and what? Start dialing for dollars. Dialing for dollars. Number 9, I put down there to build your posture. Listen to something motivational. Maybe it's something on an audio. Maybe it's an audio that motivates you. Maybe it's something that you see on YouTube, a motivational clip that gets you pumped up, right? That gets you fired up, right? Put that on there. Do that. That's number 9. Number 10, whenever you're making phone calls, guess what? I never make phone calls sitting down. It's just something about phone calls when you're standing up, people can feel your passion. It's like when you're on that phone, it's like your chest just comes out. Your confidence level just comes out. The aura that you portray on the phone is just different. If you try to stand up and make phone calls, totally different. Can't explain it. You got to get there. Just do it. Try it one time and just watch what happens. Okay? Just watch how you feel. You feel more passionate about your business. You feel more excited about your business. You feel more enthusiastic about your business. People can feel you through the phone. Why is that important? Emmanuel. Because people can feel your confidence. If you don't do it, what'll happen is people can feel your fear. It's like a dog. They know when you're scared of them. So when you're on the phone, if you're fearful, if you're nervous, if you're scared, people can sense that. Just like a dog can sense that. Just like a shark can smell blood. They can sense that that person is not confident about what it is that they're portraying or what it is that they're doing. So now this helps you get into that zone. This is the money-making zone I'm giving you today, ladies and gentlemen. So it's important that you create your environment of posture. This is the money-making zone. Let's talk about the next piece here. When you talk about the invite process, there's really 3 steps to a successful invite. I'm going to break each one of these down. The first one, ladies and gentlemen, is just be in a hurry. Don't be nonchalant. Don't be casual. They say if you're casual, you become a casualty. You don't want to be a casualty in this business, so be in a hurry. Success likes speed. Failure likes being slow, right? So when you're getting on the phone, understand that it is money-making time. What do I mean by that? This is not a social time. This is not for you to play catch up and find out how, the dog is doing or how your great cousin is doing. This is not the time for that. There's another conversation for that. This is not time for you to catch up. So again, remember that objective is for you to get a decision. To get a decision. And when I say be hurry, I'm talking about you should be on the phone with each person that you're doing an invite with 60, 70, 75 seconds at most. So you should be quick and in a hurry, 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 just like that. And here's the deal. When you're in a hurry and when you have posture, you're just going through the numbers. You're just dialing for dollars. Here's the unfortunate thing, and this goes back to posture as well. The unfortunate thing is if people don't create a big list, they can never have the posture. What if you only had a list of 5 people? How's your posture? You're not going to be able to get on that phone and call that person from a point of strength. You're going to call that person from a point of weakness. Because now you need those 5 people to get in the business, right? What if you had a list of 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 1,000 people on your list? Now when you're on that phone, guess what? You're talking to them from a point of strength. You're talking to them from a point of strength because now, guess what? You're not really worried about the yes or the no. You're just worried about the decision. You're collecting the decision. You are a professional decision collector. So now, when you're going through the process of being in a hurry, what I like to do is I create scripts. Some of you all have diamonds in the company. They've got their own scripts. Find out if your diamond has a script, right? I'm gonna give you some things tonight that I think work, right? So here it is, work from a script. Work from a script. Now, some people say, well, Emmanuel, I don't like using scripts. I don't like using scripts. Have you heard that one before? Have you said that one before? Most people say that. Why? Because they think scripts sound salesy. We have a technology here. We have a platform here that requires no sales, success without selling. Here's the deal. The reason why I still put together scripts is because scripts make you money. You just have to throw your own personality into it. You have to throw your own level of excitement into it, right? You have to put together your own script or use somebody else's script, get in the mirror, role play it a few times with you so that you feel comfortable and you throw your own personality into it. Scripts will make you millions. Scripts will make you a millionaire. You say, how is that, Emmanuel? Well, think about this. If scripts weren't good, then go tell Denzel Washington that. Go tell Jennifer Lopez that. Go tell Halle Berry that. Go tell Will Smith that. Go tell whoever your favorite actor or actress is. Scripts will make you become a millionaire. You don't believe me? Ask one of them. That's how they became a millionaire. They took someone's script. Somebody gave them a script. They read it, got in the mirror, said it. They read it again, got in the mirror, said it, read it again, got in the mirror, said it, tweaked a few things, threw their personality into it, and then all of a sudden they filmed the movie and they memorized the script. They memorized the script and said it in the camera, and you bought the ticket. And that's how they became a millionaire. We have the same process here, ladies and gentlemen. Think about it from this standpoint. We are high-paid actors and actresses. Your job is to what? Put together something in your own writing for your own script, or use something that your diamonds or your elite diamonds have as the script to use, because why? It's designed to make you money. And they're not going to give you something that doesn't make you money, because if it doesn't make you money, it doesn't make them money. The producer's not going to give Denzel Washington something that's not going to make him money, because if Denzel Washington doesn't make the money, the producer doesn't make the money. Right? Think about that. So put together your professional script, memorize it, and use it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until the job gets done. That's all you have to do. Success is predictable. It's predictable to those that have mastered the inviting process. It's predictable to those that have repeated the process over and over and over and over again. Remember, I said repetition is the mother of success. Repetition is the mother of skill. Do it long enough, wrong enough, until you become good at it. That's all it is. So let's talk about a few things as far as how to be in a hurry. You can jot these down. Whenever I get on the phone, I might call my friend, right? Or I might call a relative, or I might even call somebody that I look up to. I don't care who it is that I call, I'm always in a hurry. So you can say, hey, Tony, listen, how you doing, man? Great. Listen, I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm on my way to a meeting. That's all you have to say. I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm about to walk into a meeting. So write that down on your paper. That's one way of how to do this. I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm about to walk into a meeting. I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm about to walk into a meeting. I'm about to walk into a meeting. I don't have a whole lot of time. However you want to say it, guess what? That sets the tone. That sets the tone. Listen, Tony, I'm about to walk into the meeting, so I don't have a whole lot of time. Tony, I'm about to walk into a meeting, so I'm about to, I don't have a whole lot of time. Tony, listen, I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm about to walk into a meeting. You can't mess it up. Whether you say it the first way, whether you say it the second way, you can't mess it up. What it does is it sets the tone for the call. It sets the tone for the call. What else could you say? Hey, Kelly, listen, I just only got just a quick second. I'm about to rush out the door, so I don't have a whole lot of time. Hey, Kelly, listen, I'm about to rush out the door. I don't have a whole lot of time. Hey, Kelly, listen, I don't have a whole lot of time because I'm about to rush out of the door, but I've got a quick question for you. This is how you sound like you're in a hurry. Joseph, listen, hey man, great to catch up with you. Listen, I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm about to jump on a conference call. But, hey, Joseph, listen, I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm about to jump on a conference call. But, got a quick question for you. Hey, Joseph, listen, got a quick question for you. I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm about to jump on a conference call. But, so it just sets the tone of the call. Hey, William, guess what? Listen, man, I don't have a whole lot of time. Listen, I'm in a hurry, but listen, I got to jump on a Zoom call in the next 5 minutes. But I got a quick question for you. Hey, William, listen, I got a quick question for you, man. I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm about to jump on a Zoom webinar. But I got a quick question for you. So you always want to be in a hurry. So I'm about to get on the Zoom call. I'm about to jump on a conference call. I'm about to walk out the door. I'm about to walk into a meeting. I'm waiting on the phone call. Those are my 5 hurry tips. I'm waiting on a phone call. I'm about to walk into a meeting. I'm running out the door. I'm about to jump on a conference call. I'm about to jump on a webinar. Those are my 5 in a hurry phrases. Why do I use those? Well, the reason why I use those, ladies and gentlemen, is simply put, it sets the tone. And if I don't use these, what happens is now it takes the whole call to what I call is the scenario of disaster. The scenario of disaster. What's the scenario of a disaster? Or you can even call it the point of no return. Scenario of disaster is now they start talking about the baby and what the baby's been doing, because I never set the tone. Point of no return. You want to know what the point of no return is? And I'm sure all of y'all have gotten this. Point of no return is because you didn't use the hurry process. Now they start asking you questions. And once they start asking you questions, You have now landed in the land of a point of no return because you never set the invite up the correct way. So master being in a hurry. Master being in a hurry. Let's go to the next part. Let's talk about creating value or showing value. Showing value. Remember, you've got to understand what your value is, and you've got to understand what the company's value is. Never in the history of direct sales has this ever been done. Thank you, Mr. Holton Buggs. Thank you for Mr. Edwin Haynes and all the executives that's a part of this, because they have put together something that is about to revolutionize the entire world. Never before have you had a platform like this that uses an Uber technology, that actually has an Amazon philosophy that's been put together in one company. Usually you don't see opportunities like this until it's 10 years down the road and there is no opportunity, right? So you have to understand your value. You have to understand the value of what you have in the palm of your hands. This is Uber and Amazon times 1,000. So you've got to be able to portray that when you're on the phone talking to somebody. Always show value. Always elevate your opportunity. That way they can't put your opportunity down. So when you talk about showing value, now you have to get on the phone and you have to, again, here's another part of your script. What is your elevator pitch? What is your phrase that pays? Get with your upline diamonds. They may have one that works with them. Find out from them. I'm going to give you what works, what duplicates, because you may have something that works, but if it doesn't duplicate, it doesn't matter. So we always want to put you in position to have you have something that works and duplicates at the same time. Remember, I said this is all about your packaging. It's all about your packaging. You know, when you look at, I don't know if you all eat steaks or not, but when you look at going to a high-end steak restaurant and you order that #1 filet mignon, or you order the most, talked about ribeye, or whatever the case may be, which one is better? The sizzle when they bring it out on the plate, or the taste? Which one is it? Think about that. The last time you had a steak, or the last time you had whatever, even fajitas, that's why they bring it to you on the sizzle. They bring it to you on that hot plate because they want that sizzle in your mind. I'm about to tear this up. That's what you're saying to yourself, right? When they bring that steak out, it's sizzling. You can smell the butter. You can smell the flavor. You can smell the seasoning, right? You can hear the crackling. Then when you finally cut in it, you put it in your mouth, you're like, smell the steak. You remember the sizzle. You don't remember the steak. That's the value added benefit. So what is your value added benefit when you're talking on the phone? What is your script? So one thing that I like to use is, I've got a quick question for you. Knowing what you know about Uber or even Amazon, if you can go back 10 years ago and have been the first one to know about it and invested in it, do you think that would have been a smart decision for you and your family? Prospect says, yeah, I think that would have been a smart decision, Emmanuel. Say, well, you know what? I think I got my hand on something that's bigger than Uber and Facebook combined. Think about that. I put that value up there so high. That person now is salivating, just like they are When they see that sizzle or hear that sizzle, they're salivating, can't wait to bite into the steak. But they can feel my passion. They can feel my excitement. They can feel my value that I've put on this opportunity. Listen, we're about to have a conference call tonight, a Zoom call at 6 p.m. What are you doing tonight at 6 p.m. that can put another 6 figures in your bank account before the end of the year? Prospect says nothing. Say, well, great. I can't guarantee you anything, Henry, but I'll do this. I've got about 10 other people that I'm about to invite on this call. I have a limited space of lines, and I'm working with some very successful people that are going to be on this line tonight talking about what I have my hands on. I need a yes or no right now. Can you be on this call? If so, I'm going to give you the ID code to get on. Henry says, yeah, what's the code? I'll be on there. Thanks for calling me. And then guess what? I don't stop there. Remember, I'm in control of the call. So I like the gap people. Write this in your notes. G-A-P. I like the gap people. You say, Emmanuel, what's gap? You tell the prospect, grab a pen. Because you are the one that's got the golden nugget. You're the one that's got the value proposition, your unique sales proposition, your USP. You got it, not them. So you gap them. Grab a pen and you give them the code. And listen, after you give them the code, here's what you tell them before you close the call. Listen, jump on the call at about 5:55 because I can't guarantee you that you're even going to get a space on the line. But when you get on there, I want you to text me and let me know that you're on. That way, I'll make sure that you and I talk afterwards. That's all you have to do. So there's several approaches that you can use to create that value. But remember, you got to create that script, your phrase, that page, your elevator pitch. Hey, Henry, listen, I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm about to run into a meeting, but I got a quick question for you. Henry says, what? Listen, man, know what you know about Uber. Know what you know about Amazon. If you could have invested in any one of those companies and been the first one to do it 10 years ago, 15 years ago, do you think that would have been a smart decision for you and your family? Henry says, yeah. Say, great. Well, I think I've got my hands on something that's even way bigger than those two companies combined. Can't guarantee you anything, but listen, what are you doing right now tonight at 6 p.m. that's going to put another 6 figures in your pocket before the end of the year? Henry says, well, nothing. Well, great. I can't guarantee you anything like I said just a minute ago, but listen, if I gave you the code, can you be on that line, yes or no? Because I need to know because I got 10 other people waiting for me to give them this code. Henry says, well, tell me more about it. Listen, Henry, I told you again, there's going to be people on the call that are going to be explaining what I got my hands on. Matter of fact, if I tried to explain it to you, I would really mess it all up. So can you be on this call, yes or no? Henry says, well, I need to know more. So well, I tell you what, right now, whenever you want to find out more about my technology I'm about to roll out around the world, give me a call, but I got to give your spot to another person. Talk to you later, buddy. Bye. That's called the takeaway, okay? So sometimes people will actually try to ask you questions just to see where you're at. Just to see where you're at, right? So that's the third process. The third process here is, guess what? Be willing to take your opportunity back from them. They start hemming and hawing. Hey, you know what? Tell me more. Well, I'm not going to come to, your event if you don't tell me more. Okay, when they start doing all that, take it away. Just simply take it away. Because the moment you start asking questions, you have gone what we call is to first person. You write this in your notes. Never be first person. First person will implode your business. It will cave your business in if you try to be the expert. Write in your notes, I am never the expert. I'm never the expert. Even me personally, I'm never the expert. Always stay third party. Write this in your notes. Third party will explode your business. Third party will explode your business. Do you want your business to implode or explode? So if you want your business to explode, you never get to present the information to your people that you know personally, right? You never get to answer any questions to sound like you're the expert. Because the moment you try to sound like the expert, you just killed the deal. You just killed that person dead. They are not coming. They are not joining your Zoom. They are not joining your conference call. They are not coming to your good party. They are done because you wanted to be the expert. You wanted to go first party versus third party. So never put yourself in position to be the expert. Remember, I said your job is to pique their interest and pass it off to the next Zoom call. Pass it off to these amazing diamonds. Estan, Rodolfo, pass it off to the next diamond. These guys are incredible. Pass it off to all of these diamonds. Avinash, pass it off to all of these diamonds. Thomas, pass it off to all of these diamonds. These are your third-party experts. They're on conference calls, pass it off to them. They're on Zoom calls, pass it off to them. They're coming to your good party, pass it off to your business partners that are going to be helping you facilitate your good parties. You're going to an opportunity meeting when we finally get back into normalcy here, at a hotel or wherever it's at an office building. Pass it off to your award-winning experts. Peak and pass. And what happens, and I don't know if you can still see my screen, but something happened here. I think, let me see, if somebody says you can still see my screen, let me know. Great, appreciate that. My screen just got cut in half, but that's fine, right? So you want to make sure that you have enough posture to be able to take it away. And the last thing I'll say about the takeaway process, the reason why you want to be good at doing the takeaway is because most of the time, people just want to see if they can stump you. Your prospect is going to see if they can stump you. And then if you let them stump you and you start answering questions, what happens is they walk away, they say, no, I'm not interested, or they say, maybe, right? I'll join, or I'm thinking about it, right? I'll talk about that in a moment. But when they say things like that, ladies and gentlemen, what happens is when they get off the call, you feel bad. You feel bad. Never put yourself in position to feel bad because you simply made an invite. Have value in yourself. Make sure that you understand you're doing that prospect a favor, not them doing your favor. Anybody I call, I'm always doing them a favor. I've got something that they will never get their hands on unless I give it to them. So never let your prospects think or devalue your opportunity or think that they're doing you a favor. They say no, they're not going to join. You know what? Take it away from them. That's fine. You know what? I'll give this opportunity to the next person. I called you first, right? And guess what happens? If you let them feel like they now have more credibility and more value than you do, when you get off that phone, what happens is now you feel bad and it stays on your conscious mind. And here's what you say. This is what I should have said to him. I should have said that. I should have said this. Man, I should have said that. Darn it. And before you know it, you keep saying that for the whole rest of the night and you never make another phone call. Right? Killed your whole business because you went first party versus staying third party versus creating the value and taking it away. So here it is. You got to make sure that you keep the value high, you don't answer any questions, and you take it away. Because what happens is, guess what now? You take it away from that prospect, you just put something on their mind versus having it on your mind. Whose mind is most important? My mind is more important than theirs. I'm going to make them feel so bad that they did not join my call, my webinar, my good party, my opportunity meeting, that they did not come and they were the first person that was invited. I'm going to make them feel so bad. I'm going to leave something on their mind that guess what happens? I'm going to force them to call me back from my example. When I go out here and create massive success and they hear about it and they see about it and they know that they were invited first, do you think that person's not going to call you back? Yes. But if I let them win, I won't go and achieve success because I'm stopping my phone call invite process. So I never create the success and they never call me back because they see I'm a poor example of the opportunity. So understand your value. Keep it high. Person starts hemming and hawing and asking questions, take it away. And go ahead and say, guess what? When you're interested, when you're more open, you make sure you give me a call. But I gotta go. I've got to make a phone call to another 10 people that I promised that I would get on the line tonight at 6 p.m. Remember, you got the golden nugget. And here is the last slide that I want to share with you here tonight or today. And I hope I got it here. Let me go back here to view. That's maybe what I got to do. There we go. Let me see. There we go. So remember, your job is just to collect a decision. The only thing that's a yes is a yes. What do we mean by that? Person says, well, Emmanuel, let me check my schedule. Person says, let me think about it. Person says, let me check with my spouse. Person says, well, it just depends. Person says, maybe I'll get back to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't accept any of those. I just need a yes or no answer. Why do I not accept those? Those things that they just said are just soft no's, and they just don't want to tell you no. And you let them know, hey, I just need a yes or no answer. I don't need a maybe. I don't need a try. I don't need let me talk to my spouse. I don't need possible. I don't need let me think about it. I'll get back to you on it. I need a yes or no answer. Person says, you know what? Well, I can't tell you yes or no right now, Emmanuel. That's okay. I tell you what, Henry, when you're ready and you're more interested, give me a call. Because again, I promised that I would give a phone call and an invite to 10 other people that I got to get on this line, and I'll give them your spot. Thanks for the no. You just made me $500. You just made me $100. You just made me $50. Say something like that and watch what happens. That person's gonna say, what? How did you just make money? I said no. Say, yeah, that's okay, don't worry about it. You can be on the call. I got the code if you're going to be on the call. But other than that, don't worry about it. Person says, no, give me the code. If you just made $100 from me saying no, I want the code. Right? Again, it's your mindset. You have to think from a wealth mentality, not from a fear mentality, from a doubt mentality, from a scared mentality. Remember that. Your prospect can sense fear. They can sense doubt. They can sense weakness. So talk to them from a point of strength so that now you can talk to them and you can move your prospects without touching them. That's what posture is all about, is moving your prospect, but you never touched them, right? So here it is, get good and master that over and over and over and over again. Now you might say, well, Emmanuel, I can't, tell a person that I'm about to rush into a meeting, right? Because I'm not about to rush into a meeting. Yeah, you are. Go have a meeting with you and you in the bathroom and talk about your business. Go have a meeting with you and your spouse. Go have a meeting with you and your kids about the dream and the goals that you have set for your family. That's a meeting, right? Well, I'm not about to jump on a conference call or a Zoom call. Yeah, you are. Dial in early. Dial in right now just to check to see if the line is open. So don't make excuses. You can't make excuses and money at the same time. I'm going to repeat that. You cannot make excuses and money at the same time. Which one's going to win? You heard Mr. Buggs say earlier today, there's always a buyer and there's always a seller. Are you buying those excuses of yourself? Are you buying the excuses of your prospects? If so, implosion. Or are you selling yourself on this opportunity? Are you selling this opportunity as the greatest opportunity on the planet? If so, your business is going to explode. Simple as that. So we get paid to be professional decision collectors. The professional decision collectors. So you can always use this approach to talk to people directly. Call it a direct approach. I told you, we're talking to my friend, or we're talking to my brother, we're talking to a relative. That's the direct approach. That's somebody that I have a good rapport with. I can talk to them directly, okay? You also have what we call as an indirect approach that you can use. Hey, Jennifer, listen, I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm running out the door to a meeting, but listen, I got a quick question for you. Kelly says, yes, what? Say, do you know anyone, right now that would want to make an extra $3,000 to $5,000 this month? I just got my hands on a new technology that I'm telling people about. You know anybody that wants to make an extra $3,000 to $5,000? She says, yeah, me. Say, oh, I didn't even think that it would be you, but you know what? Tell you what, I'm working with some successful people, men and women that are making, $5,000 and $10,000 and $20,000 and $30,000 a month, some of them per week. And guess what? We've got a private call that they're about to do tonight at 6 o'clock. What are you doing this evening that will put another 6 figures in your pocket here before the end of the year? She says, nothing. Say, well, great. I tell you what, I've got a spot on the line for about 3 other people that you may know. If so, you can invite them. I'm going to give you the code. Why don't you grab a pen right now? She says, yeah. How many can I invite? I think I probably have enough for about 3 other people because I got some other people I need to invite as well. You think you have 3 people? She goes, oh yeah, I know I can get 3 people. Well, great. Grab a pen and let me give you the code so that you can get them on the line. And you give her the ID to our 6 o'clock call that we have tonight. We got another call tonight at 8. I'm showing you all right now tonight, if you learn the invite process and master it, You can load up the call at 6 o'clock tonight. You can load up the call at 8 o'clock tonight. And you can do this every day, all day long, because your diamond leaders around the world are facilitating these calls. Your GMA are facilitating these calls. Your CEO, chairman of the board are facilitating these calls that will put people in your business and that will put money in your pocket. The only thing you have to do is get good at lifting up this phone. Why? Because this is a cash machine. Mr. Buggs like to call this your freedom tool. Do you want to be financially free? Yes. If so, use this to perfection. Master this invite process. See, to me, what I love about this industry and what I love about this company, this is a cash vault. This is a cash vault. It's a vault. There's so much money available to us, an overabundance of riches and wealth and cash to us. But this right here, this cash machine is the combination to the vault. My combination is different from yours. I've got to lift this phone and use my combination. You have to lift your phone and use your combination. And once you crack the code, money's going to start chasing you. Money's going to start chasing you instead of you chasing it. But you've got to master the invite process. You've got to master the invite process. Now, our next topic, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be how to expose. I won't go into that right now. I'm going to save that, for our GMA. I'm going to save that for the CEO of this company. He or she who exposes the most is going to make the most money. But you got to master this process. Everything that we've brought up to this day, if you can master this process, ladies and gentlemen, then now you can run circles around the world and know that you're good. You're good because this is a cash money machine. There's money in the phone. I want to thank you all for hanging in there with me. I hope I didn't go over time here today, but I hope that you've gotten some value here. I hope that you can take this invite process. Get your people on the call tonight at 6. Get your people on the call tonight at 8. Do it again tomorrow at 8. Do it again tomorrow at 12. Keep doing it every call we have. And by the way, I'm going to promote it right now. If you don't know the schedule of calls that we have, you want to go to iboomhub.com. iboomhub.com. Click on iBoom TV. Click on that link. And guess what? It's going to give you a downloadable schedule of all the calls that we have right now going on every single day. We are in the hunt right now. This company is in the hunt right now to make this company a $1 billion company. And guess what? You play a major part right now in making that become a reality. And you get to choose how much of that is going to be falling into your bank account. This is a cash vault. So thank you very much, everybody, for being on the line here. We will see you at the top, everybody. God bless each and every one of you all. Bye for now. This is Emmanuel Bernstein, Diamond Ambassador, signing off from Houston, Texas. Bye, everybody.